Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the energy shift? That's no coincidence. There's something about you that arrives before your physical presence does. It's your aura, that invisible energy field you radiate just by being who you are. Throughout history, from ancient shamans to modern-day leaders, those with powerful auras have been recognized as people who can shift the collective energy with their mere presence. Today, we're exploring 13 unmistakable signs that your aura is so powerful it might make others uncomfortable. Stay with me until the end, because understanding these signs isn't just about recognizing your own power. It's about embracing what makes you different and realizing that your uniqueness isn't a problem. It's exactly what makes you magnetic. The first sign your aura is incredibly powerful is that your presence is inexplicably striking. Some people fade as quickly as they appear, but others linger in our memory even after they've left, even if they said little. It's not something others see, it's something they feel. People often say, "There's just something about that person." And that's the subtle density of your energy, the alignment between who you are inside and what you radiate outward. Jung called this the coherence of the psyche, where your energy becomes a unique signature. It's like an invisible scent no one can see, but everyone senses. This impression you leave isn't about trying to be noticed. It's a reflection of your inner consistency. Don't try to explain yourself or hold back. You weren't made to go unnoticed. The second sign is that people either feel expanded or threatened in your presence. Your energy isn't neutral. It activates, amplifies, and sometimes provokes because you touch what's been hidden in others without even trying. When you show up with a clean, intense, authentic aura, it can feel threatening to those living behind masks, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because you represent what they can't yet face within themselves. People in internal conflict often project onto you what they don't want to acknowledge in themselves. You become a mirror for everything they've buried. But there's another side too. For those who are ready, your presence becomes a gateway to awakening. They feel bigger, braver, more connected around you. You're often a catalyst for transformation, a living reminder that there is more to life, more awareness, more wholeness, more truth. The third sign is that animals, children, and nature recognize and respect you. Animals don't read words, they read energy. They're not impressed by status or appearance. They pick up on intention, vibration, and emotional state at a level that bypasses rational thought. When your aura is clear and centered, animals trust you naturally. They approach without fear because they sense safety. This perception is pure instinct, a form of awareness beyond rationality. Children respond the same way, trusting you before they understand why. They haven't yet been fully shaped by social norms, so they perceive things as they're felt, not as they're said. This connection doesn't require effort. It demands presence and truth. The instinctive world responds to that with a purity most adults have forgotten. The fourth sign is that you intimidate others without trying. You enter a space peacefully, with no intention to dominate, yet you notice defenses going up. Tense voices, forced smiles, rigid postures, as if your mere presence triggered an alarm. What intimidates isn't what you do, it's what you represent. In Jung's language, people trapped in their social masks feel fragile in the face of someone else's authenticity. You're not putting on a show, you're just being. But that just being is too much for someone still living defensively. Your authenticity puts pressure on illusion, and even without meaning to, that can feel threatening. People project and assume arrogance where there's only truth. Your silence might feel like judgment, your clarity mistaken for rigidity. But that says more about them than about you. You carry the energy of inner coherence, and coherence is rare. Your existence suggests without saying a word, that it's possible to live without pretending. And that shakes anyone who's built their life around roles and expectations. If you're resonating with what you're hearing so far, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and join our Motivation Dose community. We deliver daily wisdom just like this to help you unlock your potential and understand the deeper aspects of your authentic self. Don't miss out on content designed to elevate your consciousness and transform your perspective. Subscribe now, and let's continue this journey together. The fifth sign is that you shift the energy of a space naturally. When you walk in, something real happens. People sit up straighter. Others look away. Conversations pause. For a few seconds, the room seems to adjust its emotional temperature. This isn't control, it's field energy. Researchers explain that our aura extends far beyond our physical body, interacting with everything around us. When your energy is strong and aligned, it reorganizes the space not through effort, but through presence. Jung spoke of symbolic presence, the living energy of an individual that activates the unconscious of others. That's what happens when you arrive. Your energy carries archetypes that speak to what's dormant in the space. You represent something, even if you don't mean to, and that shifts things. The sixth sign is your ability to read people and spaces effortlessly. It's not guesswork or mysticism, it's silent reading, a sensitivity that operates beneath logic yet with uncanny accuracy. You walk into a place and just know something's off, even when everything looks normal. You can tell when someone is uncomfortable despite their smile. You feel tension in the air even when the mood seems calm. Your body translates the codes of the invisible. This intuition becomes a finely tuned antenna when your aura is clean and expanded. It picks up frequencies, nuances, subtle vibrations, and transforms them into instant perceptions. Jung said the unconscious speaks through symbols and sensations, and intuition is the language of the self, a compass that doesn't explain but reveals. The seventh sign is that small talk drains you. You've tried, smiled, nodded, made polite conversation, but something in you shrivels during these exchanges. Your energy field rejects what lacks substance. You feel it physically. Your energy drops. Your chest tightens, your mind drifts. Something inside starts to check out, saying, "There's nothing for me here." And honestly, there isn't. You weren't made for social masks. Your presence demands presence, and that requires realness, true listening, genuine connection. This selective frequency comes with a side effect: loneliness. The world is full of noise, but starving for presence. When you silently demand that interactions be real, the crowd thins out. You end up with fewer conversations, but more meaningful ones. Loneliness becomes not an absence, but a filter, a space where you don't have to shrink to fit in. The eighth sign is that other people's shadows get projected onto you. The more whole your energy, the more it activates what others have repressed. Without saying a word, your presence can trigger over-the-top reactions, idealized admiration, or baseless criticism. The shadow contains everything we've had to reject to be accepted. Your authenticity creates disruption because it reveals what others are still hiding. Your aura acts like a mirror, and not everyone is ready to see themselves clearly. Learning to distinguish what's truly yours from what's being projected onto you is essential, not to defend yourself, but so you don't lose yourself. Being a target of projection isn't punishment. It's a sign that you shine light, and everything illuminated casts a shadow. The ninth sign is that your silences speak louder than your words. Silence is energetic containment, holding your energy instead of wasting it on needless talk or forced explanations. In that held space, presence is born, the ability to fill a room without effort, to shift an atmosphere without speaking. That kind of energy doesn't shout or justify itself. It simply is. And that quiet being is what truly draws attention. People with strong auras know they don't need to explain everything. They understand that silence can be more expressive than speech, that what remains unsaid often carries more power than 1,000 words. Well-placed silence is an extension of your vibration, and vibration doesn't lie. The 10th sign is that you attract spontaneous confessions. Someone you just met starts sharing deep stories, childhood wounds, unhealed betrayals, fears they've never spoken aloud. Tears fall unexpectedly in what was an ordinary conversation moments ago. It's as if you open a field, a safe space where others, without knowing why, feel they can remove their masks. It's not because you ask, it's because you hold space. You contain silence, discomfort, and pain without trying to fix it. Your aura welcomes not with pity, but with presence. You're the kind of person who can hold someone's truth without reshaping it, who listens with their whole being. The unconscious recognizes that sanctuary and speaks, sometimes abundantly. People talk without knowing why, then look at you, sometimes with embarrassment, as if they've revealed too much. But it wasn't exposure, it was relief. Your presence creates space, and in today's world, space is medicine. The 11th sign is that your freedom irritates those still hiding. The truly free make noise without saying a word. Your authenticity doesn't need to be aggressive to make people uncomfortable. It simply exists, and those alone challenges those hiding behind masks. Just by being unapologetically yourself, you become a mirror that's difficult to face. Your way of living silently asks, are you still pretending? Being free is dangerous in a world that rewards obedience, because your lightness exposes the weight of others' chains. Your courage highlights the comfort of conformity. People with strong auras don't need to convince or prove anything. They simply live, and that itself is revolutionary. The 12th sign is that you leave an impact even after you're gone. Your presence lingers, creating an energetic memory in the spaces and people you've touched. It's not ordinary missing. It's a vibration that continues to resonate. The energy you carry leaves an imprint, sometimes discomfort, other times inspiration, often a presence that continues to challenge or move those who remained. This impact can't be manufactured or faked. It's something you are. A strong aura doesn't depend on performance. It creates ripples even in absence. Some people are forgotten while still present. Others are remembered because they truly were present. You were there, and somehow you stayed. The final sign that your aura is powerfully affecting others is that your inner journey has shaped what you radiate. What others feel in you, that groundedness, that peace, that light, didn't come from books or inspirational quotes. It came from your path, from facing your own shadow, from symbolic deaths where parts of you collapsed so something more authentic could rise. Many discuss aura as if it's a spontaneous glow, but what truly emanates is the result of what's been purified within. Aura isn't born ready. It's built through intimacy with pain, with truth, with the choice not to betray yourself. You're not light because you never knew darkness. You're light because you learned to walk through it. That force that unsettles, attracts, and stirs others comes from the depth of what you've faced inside. People call it glow, magnetism, or a different vibe. But what they're feeling is embodied truth. A soul that's been through fire and transformed rather than burned out. If you've stayed with me this far, you understand this isn't about thinking you're better. It's about being more awake. The signs we've explored aren't spiritual labels. They're reflections of inner work, quiet, deep, and often solitary. Your presence carries weight not because you seek attention, but because you no longer fit into the ordinary. Your energy disturbs because it reflects and reveals what's misaligned or suppressed in others. You don't do this purposely. You just are. And that alone activates, unsettles, transforms. Your aura is your spiritual signature, not something you control, but the invisible trace of your truth. The more internally aligned you are, the stronger this field becomes. More real, more felt, more impossible to ignore. Yes, you'll be misunderstood. Yes, people will project onto you. But that's part of the path for those who don't live to please. It's the price of being whole. Don't shrink. Don't dim your light just because it blinds those not ready to see. Don't slow your stride just because it unsettles those who haven't begun their walk. Your presence is a reminder, a mirror, a silent invitation for others to awaken too. You're not here to please. You're here to live in truth. Embrace your energy. Honor what you carry. Don't apologize for being whole, because in the end, your aura isn't about you. It's about what you awaken in the world just by existing. If this message resonated deep within you, don't let it end here. Hit that subscribe button right now and join our Motivation Dose family. Every day, we deliver powerful insights like these that will help you recognize your authentic power and live with greater intention. Turn on notifications so you never miss our daily wisdom drops designed to elevate your consciousness and transform your reality.